Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Princess Cays. I'm the legend, joined as always by Molly. We're going to show you around this private island owned by the Carnival Corporation. So if you're on a Carnival cruise or a Princess cruise, you might stop here. There's a private island in the Bahamas. Video is going to show you everything from the beach to the bars, the shopping, all the activities you might do, and of course the food. Let's go check things out. Let's talk for a bit about the beach here at Princess Cay. It feels very different as it's very, very rocky. So you have like this manufactured kind of fake sand area over here. Well, it might be real sand, I don't know. And then this actually has some sand in there where you could go in and swim and stuff like that. But a lot of the beach is very, very, very rocky. So it's a really good beach if you like snorkeling. It's not a great beach if you like walking along the beach or just going for a quick swim. Let me show you once I get to the other side of these chairs here. Like it's definitely not your typical beach that you think of. So you get like a big drop off right here, and then lots and lots of rocks. It's not to say it's bad, it's just not what you think of when you think of a beach. But if you're a snorkeler, with all the rocks, you get a lot of fish a lot closer. So if you like to snorkel, you're definitely in for a good time. With the island being pretty long, you get to a whole bunch of different beach areas. So this is a lot closer to where your water shuttle drops you off. And it looks like much more of a more traditional beach. Also much more crowded over here. So I really like this. They have like a boardwalk that goes out to the shelter where you could come and get a really great picture with your ship in the background. We're in the Carnival Sensation on this one. And then you could also see the people snorkeling. And like, the water looks beautiful, and look at all the fish. There are tons of fish. Beautiful tropical fish in this very, very rocky section of the beach. But I definitely like this. You can see those fish. Get a good picture of the ship. Very nice. A lot of rocks. You can see all the rocks. So if you have kids, they actually have a really nice kids area. They've got like a small kids pool, and then this wonderful looking ship-themed playground. Like if you got little kids, that's a lot of fun for them. So here's another shot of the playground on the other side. But I also want to point out this adorable photo op. That is very cute. Very, very cute. Of course, they have an area here where you can rent snorkel gear and floats. So you can rent these mats. You can rent the noodles. But my favorite, check out these. They're aqua loungers, and you can sit in them, and they come with a cup holder. Like that screams relaxing. Not sure what the pricing is on any of these guys, but that's a really cool floaty. Some more really cool stuff you could rent here. You got the big aqua trikes. The catamaran's awesome. I got to imagine that's really expensive. You got some stand-up paddle boarding, jet skis. Jet skis would be really fun. Other thing, you got paddle boats over there. So lots of different things you could rent. And it looks like no one is renting. Oh, there's a couple. There's somebody out there in a paddle boat. If you have a lot of money to spend and you want to make an extra special visit here in Princess Cays, you're at one of these cabanas that are, I believe they're air conditioned. They look a little basic on the inside, but they have a ton of them. I also love the look of them. They feel very tropical kind of thing. But they're cool if you want to make something special for your family or your trip. We're at the Cabana. So in top of the regular cabanas, they also have a section called the Sanctuary Bungalows, which you have to rent one of the cabanas over there to even get into the area. So that's like the fanciest of the fancy. One cool thing about this private island, there are plenty and plenty of beach chairs. We're not on one of the larger ships, but like if you look at this whole area of the beach, we walked down a little bit, but there is lots and lots of openings, and you can sit in the shade, which is great for people that are pasty pale like myself. You can hang out here in the shade of the palm trees and relax and watch the water. So here on the island, you can rent a clamshell, but I also love that they have a lot of the beach chairs are undercover as well, which is really nice. Like it was drizzling a little bit, and you could go undercover in one of those, or again, being super pale, it helps having that shade. I don't know how much the clamshells cost to rent, but I would guess probably 15, 30 bucks somewhere in there. But or you could just hang out under there for free. This section will be closed off for the stingray encounter area. I'm guessing it's some sort of an excursion you book. You can sort of see them flopping around over there. I'm not sure if the zoom will pick up on it. But that's cool. If you have kids, it's probably a very good excursion for you to book. So you get to one side of the island to the other, you actually go over a small bridge. Interesting. So if you're looking for a quieter beach experience, definitely when you get off the boat, go over that little bridge and go to the right side, as this section of the beach is really, really empty compared to the other side. One thing, if you're pasty pale like me, not nearly as much shade on this side. And there's no food. The food is not operating. So that's a bit of a bummer. There is a bar, so you can get drinks, just no food. But it's much quieter over here. More your traditional beach too. The other side's a lot rockier, and this side it's much more postcardy. Over here you got a couple of classic beach activities. There's a big sand volleyball court. There's also a like a full court basketball court as well. Interesting how this side of the island is so dramatically different than the other one. So one thing that's interesting, it's just part of an island, so you can come outside the gate and go to like real Bahamas area as well. So right outside the gate you can come here and see all these different marketplace kind of shops if you want to go and buy some Bahamian things. You can do it. So here's a look at the map to sort of give you an idea of how everything works. Your boat comes in right there, and your major half of the island is on the left side, with the smaller portion of the island being over here on the right side. So of course it wouldn't be a private island without having plenty of bars, and there's about 4 or 5 here. No real specialty drinks or anything like that. You see a lot of people walking around with these souvenir cups filled with like pina coladas or Miami Vice, that kind of stuff. One major drawback to this private island is if you're on a beverage plan or a soda package, it does not work here. So like I'm pretty sober on this island, because it's I don't really want to pay for booze when I paid for 15 drinks a day on the ship, which is kind of weird because some of their competition, like if you have the beverage plan on Royal Caribbean or Norwegian, on their private island you would get your drinks included with your beverage plan, but not here at Princess Cays. The island's got this big 2-story observation tower on it. Let's go check out the view from the top. So here's the view of the top of the lookout tower. Again, another cool spot to get a picture with the ship in the background and stuff like that. Also very pretty, surrounded by trees. Also, it kind of gets an idea of like a good view of the island overall. Obviously some more hills and industrial stuff over here. But then I had no idea, like right behind is another lagoon area. And I have no idea that was out there. And also like how skinny the beach is in some parts of Princess Cays here. Word of advice for the lookout tower, these stairs are super steep. This is some very, very solid pun work here, guys. Kudos to Princess Cays. The locker station is Davy Jones' locker and snorkel intro. I also really like that they have lockers that you could rent, so that way if you want to go into the ocean, you don't have to really worry about somebody taking your camera or your wallet or your sailing sign card and stuff like that. So they do have a big shop over here towards the front with a whole bunch of different like Princess Cays merchandise. Molly liked this one. It says this is what I look like when I call in sick. But they do have an interesting selection of merchandise. Some stuff with like the name on it, a lot of stuff without it. Nothing really stood out as amazing, but a pretty good sized store. So Molly, how many YOLO license plates do you think Zach owns?
Probably 3.
At least 3.
At least 3.
Do you like these? They've got like tiki mugs over here that say, Princess Cays Bahamas on them. And some piratey coffee mugs too. One bad thing about this private island, there's only one restaurant that serves food, and the line is just absurd. Look at that line. Ugh. So after what was a completely excruciating, like 35-minute wait, finally made it to the front of the buffet. Let's see what this looks like. All right, you got a sweet and sour coleslaw, a couscous salad, and then a roasted zucchini yellow squash salad. Up next is a German potato salad, a roast broccoli salad, and then tiki shrimp and navy bean salad. I actually got something here. Got some potatoes. You've also got some chips and salsa as well. Up next, chili fried rice, some jerk chicken, and then something they ran out of. Last but not least, you can see the guys grilling them up over there. We got hamburgers and dogs. 1 cheeseburger, 1 hot dog. Looks super burnt. Also got some desserts over here. Brownies, a banana rum cake, a Windsor torte, and some fruits. Guys, I have no idea what this booth for seagulls is, but it's closed. And that will do it for our little tour and review of Princess Cays. You can see that it's also it's a very, very big island. Obviously, Carnival and Princess, they only have a small sliver of it that goes from about here to about over there. And then the rest of the island belongs to whoever the rest of the island belongs to. Overall, some thoughts on the island. Definitely not my favorite private island as far as they go. Like, if you're planning a vacation based on your private island, I would definitely say the Disney private island or Royal Caribbean's private island are way, way better. Especially now with Royal Caribbean's being so nice and with all those upgrades. Some of the good, I liked how different parts of the island felt different. And you could go to some of the beaches and it was very much a very sandy paradise beach. It was also very quiet. You could go to other places and it was more like rocky and snorkely. I like that they had a musician there who lives on the island somewhere in that Bahamas part, so it's not like the same musician you're seeing from the ship. So I liked all that. I liked that they had a Princess Cays, like a dedicated store where you could go and buy merchandise for the island, our tiki mugs or, you know, Zach's license plate, all that kind of good stuff.
YOLO.
Then you get to the not so good about this island, and the thing I'm going to remember the most is that horrid wait for food. I mean, you can't make people wait 35 minutes for food that was not very good. That was such a big downgrade. Also, as people that do the beverage plan, when all the other cruise lines let you use the beverage plan on the private island, and when you're on a Carnival ship they do not, that is also a big negative, where it's like, oh, I really don't want to buy a beer here when I could get one on the ship for free. And it's like, oh, but everybody else that takes you to a nicer private island gives you your drinks included when you buy the beverage plan. That was kind of a kick in the pants. So those were two pretty good-sized downgrades for me. I think this island is going to be great if you're somebody that likes snorkeling. If you like snorkeling, you're going to be in for a good time, because with all the rocks, you're going to get tons and tons of fish. And so I think that's cool. I also like how they had all the different overlooks, like the one that overlooked, went over the ocean, and the two-story one with those really steep stairs. Like, I thought that was neat as well. So there's some good bits and bad bits about it. Molly, any final thoughts on Princess Cays here?
The food wasn't even that great.
Oh,
That
no,
was
yeah.
another kick.
It's not like you're waiting 35 minutes, but man, it's good.
And they clearly ran out of something. Or they
Yeah.
couldn't produce it fast enough that they took it away.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah, the food was definitely the thing I'll
And it's also the kind of thing, like, normally I would have saw that line for food and be like, no way, not at all. I'll go eat on the ship. But when I was doing the video for In the Loop, I really had to go see what the food looks like. So that would be my advice to you, is just don't eat on the island.
Or if you eat, just eat the fruit and then go through the exit, get a drink,
Yeah.
and then grab a brownie, because all the other desserts were not that great.
No. Like, hey, banana rum cake. I'm like, oh, that's going to be really good.
But I do love the different sections. If you want your family and your live music, stay in the center. If you
Yeah.
just want relaxing and don't want to go to the ocean, go to more the Cabana side. And
Yeah.
if you want the ocean and relaxing, go to the far side.
So I thought it had some really cool stuff. Obviously, they do not have a pier at their private island, so you do have to get on the water shuttles or the tender boats to get over there. It was kind of neat. Like, we were talking to the guys that run the tender boats on the way back. They were talking about last week there was like a 14-foot shark following the boat, which is terrifying. Now I'm happy I did not go in the water more than my ankles, because I don't want to be anywhere near a 14-foot shark unless I'm in an aquarium. Anyway, that's Princess Cays. Hope you'll enjoy your visit. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Just not to the same level as some of the stuff. Like, if you look at like what Royal Caribbean's doing on Coco Cay, or what Disney does on Castaway Cay, it's definitely it's time for them to step their game up over here. But there were other parts, like if you're going to rent a cabana, those cabanas looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Those looked
And they look
fantastic.
new in their air conditioning.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Talk to y'all next time.